Top 5. Best DAC. Number 5. Audiolab DAC Nano. Audiolab's DAC Nano is a combo headphone amp DAC that weighs just under an ounce, and delivers an impressive 32-bit/384 kHz bit depth and sample rate. That means great sound in a setup that's ideal for mobile listening. It's one of the smallest DACs we've ever encountered, and definitely the smallest on this list. That being said, it would have been nice to see DSD functionality. It's not a deal breaker, but at this price, it's something we've come to expect. It's strange to see it missing here. We're also a little confused as to why Audiolab don't give any info on the DAC chip. Again, not a deal breaker, but puzzling. Still, there's no question that this DAC deserves to be on this list. Number 4. iFi Audio Zen DAC. The UK's iFi Audio are constantly reinventing themselves, and the DAC entry in their new Zen line makes a compelling case. We particularly like the clever features found on the Zen DAC, including the ability to match power to your headphones, as well as a smooth and nifty bass boost filter that is entirely analog. Of course, both of these elements apply only to the headphone amplifier section, but we are pleased to report that the pure DAC output performs well. The Zen DAC is also stackable with other iFi products, like the Zenkin headphone amp. The biggest downside with the Zen DAC is simply that other models outperform it. The $99 Shinai Modi sounds better. The $99 topping D10S has more useful features in the digital domain. Those are class-leading models, and the Zen DAC doesn't quite do enough to compete. The unspecified Burr Brown chipset inside just can't compete with more exacting ones from AKM&S. Number 3. Parasound New Classic 200. We were already familiar with Parasound's excellent stereo amps, so it was a pleasant surprise to hear their DACs, too. The new Classic 200 lacks a couple of key features, like DSD playback, something that cheaper DACs, like the $599 Chord Mojo, manage just fine, but it definitely deserves to be on this list. While it might not accept super high-resolution audio, it has several nifty features. Chief among these is the fact that it can act as a dedicated preamplifier with full subwoofer control. That's relatively rare among DACs and helps the new Classic 200 earn its place. Ultimately, the sound quality isn't going to beat models like the RME Audi 2 DAC or the NAT Electronics M51, and the lack of DSD could be a real sticking point. Number 2. Benchmark DAC 3 HGC. Benchmark's DAC 1 and DAC 2 have been the industry standard for DAC performance since they were released. The DAC 3 was eagerly awaited by anyone familiar with the company's incredible audio conversion performance, and this surely must have piled the pressure onto the design team to deliver. It's not quite as fun to use as the Hugo 2 or the RME Audi 2 DAC, and doesn't offer features like Bluetooth. However, it's far more affordable, and the sound is just unbelievable. The DAC 3 features advanced harmonic filtering, which is especially evident in its silky sweet top-end audio performance. The hybrid gain control truly helps focus the sound. For anyone unfamiliar with Benchmark, it should be noted that DAC 3 is optimized for a direct connection with power amps, or powered speakers. This should not be taken for granted. A lot of effort has been poured into the gain stage optimization of the balanced outputs and the state-of-the-art volume attenuation. Number 1. SMS ALS-U9 MQA Full Decoder ES9038 Pro. Let's say you want a DAC that can handle MQA files from the Tidal streaming service, but you don't want to put down the $2,000 for the Mytek Brooklyn DAC Plus. In that case, you need the SMS ALS-U9, a highly competent DAC that unfolds MQA files cleanly. It costs less than $500, and performs exceptionally well. We'd compare it favorably to something like the Chord Electronics Mojo, which is one of the best DACs you can buy. There's one major downside to the SMS ALS-U9, and it has nothing to do with the sound quality. It's an almost unforgivable design flaw, the fact that it has only 3 rubber feet on the bottom. That means it will wobble when placed on a desk, which is a lot more annoying than it sounds. Check out the description for more information and updated price.